Look at this beautiful city. Just like the city elements coexist and form a beautiful living environment in Riga, nature was forming its living environment over the last billions of years. Scientists dedicate their lives in order to help future generations in making the world a better place for living and understanding the world's fundamentals. Over the last decades, we have made a long journey. Innovative ideas and technologies helped the science to move forward much faster than we could ever expect. Introduction of modern technology to the life sciences has armed scientists with tools they could only have dreamed about. For the last 2 decades, Biosan has been a reliable partner for those who choose innovative laboratory equipment for working in the fields of biomedical diagnostics, biotechnology, and life sciences. We design innovative solutions for scientific research and analysis. Solutions are able to complement each other regardless the field of research. Biosan's philosophy is to develop modern, exciting personal products for sample preparation in the field of genomics, immunologics, proteomics, and cellomics. We call it the world of biotechnomica, where the latest trends are the result of diagnostic technology shifting on a level of detection of biopolymorphisms in genetics, immunologics, metabolics, and cell diseases. Our mission is to continue a positive trend in the development, production, and supply of modern, safe, and efficient laboratory equipment developed on the base of the uppermost advanced scientific and manufacturing technologies. World of biotechnomica is a fast emerging industry, and our expertise and innovative approach allow us to play one of the leading roles in this area of science. We provide the user with high-end software solutions which will aid his needs in the laboratory routine. Our equipment allows scientists to bring harmony to the laboratory's daily work. We're putting a lot of effort into making it affordable for personal use for every scientist in the world. The Biosan Quality Management System complies with the requirements of LVSEN ISO 9001-2008, the scope of supply development, production, sales, and service of laboratory equipment. Goods we produce are recognized all over the world. Only 2% of our sales are in the domestic market in Latvia. We are an export-oriented company that has many partners distributors in almost every country on each continent. There are 4 leading markets that drive our sales. In 2012, €2.9 million, or 45% of our sales, are in European markets, whereas Russia, including CIS countries, contributed €2.2 million, or 36%. Asia and Africa contributed €700,000, or 14%. And Latin America gave us $300,000, or 5% of all sales. Our team of highly skilled specialists provides prompt solutions in questions of product ordering, operation and maintenance, using the following main principles. Every client is very important to the company and should always get all the necessary and prompt support. Just as the smallest cells in our bodies, we're all part of something larger than our life. We are all part of the whole. Biosan Latvia. Our contribution to our culture.
In Latvia, these two directions of brain activities, culture and science, is very close together. And one of splendid examples is our good chemist, Professor Jānis Stradiņš, who was working in electrochemistry not only in our institute for a long period of time, but at the same time he is one of the most intelligent men in Latvia who demonstrate on his own example how to combine both, let's say, cultural issues like love to the literature, to the music, to the other, history for sure as the first one, because he is dealing with history of science and culture. And I have learned a lot from him, and I understood that many of scientists, including inclusively also me, that we are too technocratic. We have to think about ourselves, about our cultural education and so. In Latvia, this is very typical. For example, these song festivals, the dancing festivals, the choir music, or whatever. And normally I see that many of our leading scientists are also musicians. 80% or like that are playing some instruments. This is also belonging to Latvian culture. And also that we love our small country very much. That means also this culture, what was a mixture from different cultures. We are on the crossroad of west and east, north and south, and unfortunately all the wars between west and east surpassed our territory, but also they left here this mixture of different nations, left here also a very specific culture, because Latvians are proud of their own region and the country, but many of us accept very much the culture of other nations, because partially we are Swedes, partially Russians, partially Polish origin, Latvians, Finno-Ugrish or whatever. This is a mixture of bloods, a mixture of understanding how the people has to live on this country.
I'm Professor Arturs Viksne. I'm graduated University of Latvia, Faculty of Chemistry in 1978. Now, from that time up to now, I'm in this university. Now I returned, made scientific group of young people, young boys and girls, and now we are continuing here to do science and cooperate also with Biosan company and develop also equipments, and we will later see some of them. And we are trying to show with science from best sides of science. But if we are looking, main problem in science to attract new people, it's instruments. Analytical chemistry is one of the branch of chemistry. And also, if we can see, analytical chemistry is in the middle, really, and cooperated with a lot of branches, not only with other branches of sub-branches of chemistry, but also biology, physics, environmental science, and we can say also social science. If I will say social science, ordinary people say what we can do in social science. But here is two big, very heavy directions. It's archaeology and forensic science. Also, analytical chemistry is doing qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. For qualitative analysis, it's more or less a rather easy job, but qualitative side is rather hard science because you should say how many inside is, what is the concentration inside. And in US time we are going to smaller and smaller concentrations. Earlier was in ppm, it's milligram per kilogram. We are going now micrograms per kilogram, and now we are going to nanogram per kilogram.
I was dreaming to become a biologist since I remember myself as a little kid, mainly because of my mom. She's a medical doctor and she's been working for all of her life as a gastroenterologist, and she's retired now. I studied at the Latvian University. I graduated the Faculty of Biology and I defended my PhD thesis here in Riga. Our institute, the institute I was working in, the Biomedical Research Center, decided to start a spin-off. And that was the moment when the company Genera was born, and I became the director of the company from the very first day. We are doing only genetic testing. We are a spin-off from the Biomedical Research Center of Latvia, which is the largest research institution in Latvia dealing with gene research, all kinds you can imagine, bacteria, viruses, humans, and so on. Of course, we have to follow everything that happens in this field. And our big advantage is that we are located in the building of Biomedical Center. So we are really, really close to the newest trends and newest discoveries made in Latvia. We have access to the biggest brains and minds in molecular biology.
I divide the science in two parts, the fundamental science and the research, which is target-oriented more or less, and then two other letters should be needed. This is technology and invention, because the science is meant to produce knowledge, and innovation is meant to produce a product from knowledge. So, and because Latvia is a small country, we are a very small economy. That means we do not have a large number of large enterprises who would be able to create their own scientific centers or research centers. That means we have to create such infrastructure for research and innovation and technology transfer in the public sector. As an open style laboratories, what can be used by entrepreneurs, by the commercial people who are dealing with innovation, and together with the scientists. If we would like to get a sustainable society in Latvia and a wealthy society, we should develop a system in which the knowledge, not only generated here, but all over the world, could be applied for creation of new products and technology. Then we will have a future.
Our main task is to help in industry to develop new methods, faster methods, more sensitive methods, and then we should avoid, especially with the trace pollution. Nowadays you are not interested, for example, if we are looking human body, how many you have zinc, copper and other elements. We are interested in where are these elements, with which organic substances they are connected, how their role in body, how they functionated.
I know the founder of this company, Biosan, the Vasily Bankovsky, very well, and I always was surprised about how the scientist, who really, he was starting his career as a scientist, transformed his field of activities into the creation of new equipment needed for science, and not only for science. He came to me and asked, Ivars, what would you like to have? What is absent today in your lab? What you would say, what you need first of all? And he created good models, and then he brings these models to our labs, and we tested them, and they gave some advices in some cases, what should be improved, and this was everything accepted. It was very, very nice contribution to the way how, because okay, to say I need that or this is one thing, but how to solve the problem, how to do it on proper way, because on the market there are a lot of the different items for similar purposes to be used, but he created always the models which I like very much. A company who brings something new, creative, very good for the, not only for scientists but also for the society. And as I know, he has also developed such a branch of the activities oriented on the high school and the students' need.
We are collaborating with Biosan since the very first day, actually, because there's a lot of instruments that are really suitable for laboratory work. We are happy that there is a company in Latvia which can provide us with simple, reliable laboratory equipment.
I think always this future depends from people who is working in this. Vasily Bankovsky started this company and still developing this company. How I remember, Biosan started with very simple things. It was shakers and centrifuge, vortex and some other things, which is very necessary for sample preparation in laboratory. I think it's very, very necessary things, because main crucial goal for quality in analysis is sample preparation. I have nice feeling if I see equipment which is produced in Latvia and still working. And some equipments are specially made for these laboratories. And I see that Biosan is still developing, going from these simple instruments to more complicated instruments. And these latest instruments which are working on fluorescence.
For example, I like very much these solutions for the sterilization of the air, not like laminar benches, but something very simple you can use to sterilize the air even in your bedroom. And this innovative solution, how this apparatus works, it was really for me amazingly when Vasily explained me how he will do it. I thought, this is so simply, genius, but simply, and it works. And such solutions, I think, will always bring you a success.
For those of you who still haven't decided either to stay in Latvia or to go abroad to study here, or which direction in the studies to choose, I would suggest don't be afraid of technical things like mathematics, physics, chemistry and biology and medicine. because future belongs to these directions, I guess, and this is terribly interesting, believe me. So good luck.
I think in natural sciences there are big perspectives, and especially if you are using these advanced instruments, they are very attractive if you know what it is. And don't be afraid of these big machines. Be friendly with them.
This is a century of discoverers, century of inventors who develop something, who are developing something, because the production will be done by robotics. There will be not manpower needed, but the brain power. This is the main thing what we have to have and what we can to use and successfully use. What the people have to do, I think it's not obligatory depending on the area where they are working. They should be creative. They should be innovative, because if you are looking for Latvia as a small country, small society, really, if we will build up a very large science, we will never produce more as probably 0.1% of knowledge created by the whole world. That means this input is not so reasonable or so important for development of the society. More important is how to absorb the knowledge produced somewhere in the world, how to apply that to create a new product, new technology, new approach, innovation, in one word. And we have to teach the students, we have to learn ourselves how to be lazy. Why lazy? Because if you are lazy, you have to think about how to do it faster, better, easier. And then you can be lazy. The responsibility is another thing what we as scientists have to keep in our minds. Because we are able to create very good things like computers, like robots, etc. But we and also the new drugs and new technologies. But we have to keep into the mind that every our discovery can be used against the mankind. This is a very, very important issue. Also, we have to think about nature, and we have to think about that the science is a part of culture. And if you are now in the capital city of culture of EU, you have to say so. Latvia is the most green country in Europe. It should be the most green country in the world, but should also be most innovative one.
Yeah, the 23rd of April is my name's day, by the way, so congratulations everybody named Juris or Yuri or George.